The following podcast contains explicit language and content that may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Okay, testing. Yes. Okay, testing.
Welcome.
That's okay.
Welcome to the Get Spooky Podcast, where two funny dudes share paranormal stuff, true crime, and other scary things from around the world. I'm Andres.
And I'm Kevin.
And I don't know where to look. Do we look at the camera, or do we just talk to each other?
I thought this was the test. Are we starting?
No, we're just, audio is audio. It doesn't matter.
Okay, let me see. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I'm gonna have to be checking it often. Welcome to September. It's episode 95.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I feel like we have an audience. So this is the first time on camera, and if you're listening on audio, you may want to go over to YouTube. Or I think Spotify may have like a video feature. But yeah, it's September. Actually, by the time this episode comes out, it should be already like Hispanic Heritage Month. So happy Hispanic Heritage Month to anyone that celebrates.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. What do you have to start with?
I don't know. Usually we say what's been going on, what's happened since the last time we recorded.
We'll usually start off with the links that you have.
Oh yes, my phone's over there. Can you? All right, just a reminder to everyone, we do still have our immigration resources up. It's going to be in all my links in our bio on the Instagram page. We have ¿Cuáles son tus derechos si hay ciega tu hogar, or whatever it is. Know your rights if you encounter ICE. Those are two informational. And we have the National Immigrant Justice Center where you can donate, and also the Donate Now Immigrant Legal Resource. Great resources to go ahead and donate whatever you have to help people out that are having trouble with immigration, or the ICE raids that are going on right now. Also under there, we still have the Support Palestine links up. So if you have any left over, you can also donate to that.
What's been going on?
This is so awkward.
Well, I'm trying to pretend like this isn't here.
Yeah,
but it is strange how we don't know where to look at sometimes, because usually I'm looking at you, or
we sit across from each other.
Yeah, or I'm looking at my nails as you're talking, and I'm like, huh? Or I have to wear clothes now. Which is devastating.
Which, you wore clothes before. It just didn't matter what you wore, so you chose a Power Ranger shirt today for the video.
No, sometimes I would just be in my underwear.
Oh, that is true. Well, what's been going on? So I think I have my first speech in class coming up tomorrow in my communications. My other class starts next Wednesday, so I'm going to be even more busy than I am. And then, I don't know, I feel like summer is finally starting to wind down. We've been saying that summer is over for a while now, but it hasn't started winding down, and I don't see things changing until just now. The leaves are starting to change on the trees. The activities that were super rampant or ramped up during the summertime are dwindling down, and now it's fall stuff. Come to this patch.
Pumpkin patch.
Yeah, pumpkin patch, or come pick some apples and stuff like that, which is cool, but it's just kind of sad because now we're going to be stuck inside the house or indoors for the next several
I'm not complaining.
years. It feels like years. Months. I'm excited for next summer. So.
That reminds me, because I was taking a Japanese class. I'm done with that. Nihongo ga musukashi da ne. Demo tenki ga suzushi da yo. That's all I need to know. That's all I learned, and that's all I need.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna need.
All I said was Japanese is hard, and the weather is nice outside.
Oh my gosh. Well, what else do you need?
Exactly. Oh, besides like Hispanic Heritage Month, it's Virgo season. Congrats, I guess.
What do you have against Virgos?
Nothing. Every Virgo I've met, though, every time they tell me they're a Virgo, they're like, but I'm different. I'm not like a regular Virgo.
It's like, I
like,
didn't even say anything. Why are you just...
I have like no preconceived conceptions of like any astrological sign. Like, I think I've been cool with any sign, actually. Like, I have Gemini friends, and I don't think they're bad people.
Yeah.
Controversial. It's also Pozole season, the beginning of Pozole season, which is a wonderful time of the year.
And Menudo, don't disrespect Menudo. What the hell?
I'm not disrespecting Menudo, but it's Pozole season specifically.
Also, I feel like we've talked about this before, but I feel like I don't appreciate how your family eats like chips with pozole, which is weird to me. I need some bread.
Oh,
I need some bolillo.
Well, you eat with totopos.
Yeah.
You don't really eat bread. I mean, you can, but it's like not common. I don't know.
I guess, or tortillas too.
Oh, that's weird.
I feel like we're gonna alienate half.
I'm just kidding. Guys, I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing
it's
you.
It's just a joke.
Oh, if you are in the Chicagoland area, the National Museum of Mexican Art in Pilsen is actually holding a Dia de los Muertos exhibit from September 19th to the 14th of December. Sorry, I wrote these weird. Besides that, do you have anything else before we start?
I don't think so. Let's just get straight into it, because I'm actually pretty excited about this episode, because I kind of saw what we're going to be talking about, and I'm interested. So what are we talking about?
Okay. Sorry, I feel like I have to tone down my facial expressions because I make a lot of them.
No, do it. Because I have people can actually see us now.
I was like, I mean, even if we don't have, a camera, I usually would you say something crazy and I'm just like, now I can have that.
Now you can look at the camera.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just closed out of my tab. Oh my god, you can't pick your nose anymore. That's so sad.
Why are you exposing me like that? Now we're on camera and you gotta act different.
I'm just kidding. Guys, I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
Okay, so my case today.
Okay.
Let me tell you, there was a lot going on here. Okay? I'm covering the Luxor Hotel and Casino, also known, I think its legal name is the... Its legal name is the Luxor Las Vegas. So, some of my sources are a Resident article, Island Echo article by Darren Too Good, a Review Journal article, Las Vegas Sun article by Cara McCoy, a YouTube video by Ghost Casebook, a YouTube video by Don't Scare Claire, a subreddit r Las Vegas, and Wikipedia. So, I do want to give a content warning that there is mentions of suicide, murder, sex trafficking, prostitution, mob activity. There may be some other ones that I forgot to include. Diseases. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you familiar with... Have you ever been to Vegas?
No. I don't drink.
Me neither. I mean, even before when you could drink, did you ever want to go?
No.
Yeah. I feel like even when I did drink, the thought of going gambling didn't sound fun to me.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, not anything against anybody that actually went, but
Yeah.
it just wasn't for me.
No, same.
So
Okay. So, the Luxor Las Vegas is a casino hotel located on the southern Las Vegas Strip in Nevada. It's known for its ancient Egyptian theme, its pyramid shape, and the large beam of light emitting from the top of the hotel. It's considered one of the most unique hotels and casinos in the world due to its shape and design, but it's also known for its dark history as one of the most haunted locations on the Las Vegas Strip. With the amount of unexplained phenomena that is associated with this location, some have even speculated it to be cursed.
cursed.
Are you... Sorry, I keep having to look over and make sure we're still recording. Are you familiar with what hotel I'm referring to, though?
No.
It's literally built like a huge, like, black pyramid.
Oh, I have pictures pulled up. Sorry, I forgot that I can do that now. I can look things up. Not that I
He
couldn't
couldn't do it before.
Not that, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. I had a computer before, but I just never looked it up. But I was kind of curious as to what it looked like. So yes, I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm looking at images on Google.
And you guys can do that too. Do you want to just
Show the class.
Show the class. This is a laptop, by the way. This is a big.
We couldn't afford the iPad, so we just had to, Kevin just had to force his laptop.
Yeah, I stole this. So the hotel was part of the early waves of casino developments in the early 90s undertaken by Circus Enterprises, which was a company that owned casinos or hotels, very luxurious brand. It was meant to be a family-friendly hotel and casino with several options of entertainment, events, exhibits, restaurants, and accommodations.
Okay.
At the time, many developers saw the success of Disney theme parks and wanted to emulate it, which is why they intended on putting so much to do in one location.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the people that are familiar with casinos or casino, hotels, Vegas scene, like, this isn't anything out of the ordinary, but for me, I don't associate a hotel with fun. But they just kind of wanted to put everything in one place so you had no reason to leave. You had a place to stay, you had food, you had things to do. At the time, oh sorry, I said that. That way visitors never had a reason to leave the hotel during their visit, and this wasn't exclusive to the Luxor. Several hotels within the area at the time were built with this intention in mind specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So within the area, you will see like hotels, one of them had like a pirate theme, one of them was like a castle theme, and all of them had like a specific theme to them, with things to do inside of them. Construction began in the southeastern part of the Las Vegas Strips in March of 1992 under the project name Project X. Like the movie.
Like the party.
Like the movie.
Yes. Sorry, I remember all the Project X parties that people got invited to after that movie came out. That's what I was like, oh, like the parties.
Yeah. Did you ever go to one?
No. Hell no.
I went to some.
In Oklahoma?
I went to a few nearby.
With all them country folk? No thanks.
Did they try to do them?
Yes. What was a Mexican gonna do with a bunch of country folk out there in the middle of nowhere?
Party is a party. No, I'm saying.
That's how people no, because that is how people go missing.
Oh. Moving on. The hotel is pyramid shaped, making it the fourth largest pyramid in the world, only behind the three Great Pyramids of Giza that it was modeled after. It was designed by Weldon Simpson, while Yates Silverman Inc. designed the interior. The hotel was named the Luxor after the city in Egypt where the ruins of the ancient Egyptian city of Thebes can be found. The 30-story hotel officially opened its door in the 15th of October 1993 after 18 months of construction and a price tag of about $375 million. 18 months to me is crazy.
That is super fast.
It had 2,526 rooms in total. Besides the large pyramid that is the actual hotel, a large Sphinx statue modeled after the Sphinx of Giza was built at the front of the hotel. It was made slightly larger than the real Sphinx in Egypt, with lasers coming out of its eyes to project scenic views from Egypt, but it was discontinued in 1995 due to the Federal Aviation Administration prohibiting lasers and light shows within 20 miles of an airport.
Makes sense.
They had like a whole lake at the front of it too. I forgot to mention that. They had a lake so the Sphinx would project these images on top of the lake. So if you were driving by,
you'd see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the top of the pyramid is the Luxor sky beam, the most powerful man-made light in the world. It uses mirrors to reflect light from 39 lamps to focus them upward. This light can be seen from planes traveling above it at night, and on clear nights, the light may be visible as far as 275 miles or 443 kilometers, reaching Las Vegas. So it's a very bright light.
Yeah.
As of 2008, the light has been at half power for cost efficiency purposes. In 1996, 2 additional towers were added as an expansion to the hotel, giving the hotel an additional 1,900 rooms for a total of 4,407 rooms on location. Now, as for the inside, Egyptologists were hired to create the theme inside with the help of the interior design company. They included more than 300 replicas of Egyptian artifacts made of fiberglass and plaster in a museum-like setting, such as the replica of King Tutankhamun's tomb. I have trouble saying that word, and I don't know why. Tutankhamun. What did you say?
Tutankhamun?
Okay. Tutankhamun. I'll say it like that. So
Okay.
this part was actually part of an exhibit where the discovery of King Tut's tomb was recreated, and visitors would follow through each step of the discovery. And I'll provide more information on that later. In the lower levels of the pyramid, the resort offered an indoor Nile River tour where guests would ride a small boat around an indoor 910-meter long river, and a guide would explain the different parts of the pyramid and the artifacts within the casino. So like a history thing. This only lasted about 3 years before it was shut down in 1996, and this was the same year that they started kind of scaling back on the Egyptian theme, so they got rid of a lot of the artifact replicas. King Tut's tomb was eventually replaced with a Titanic exhibit that included actual items from the ship, personal belongings on the victims, a recreation of the grand staircase, and a large section of the hull of the ship. And I'll provide more information on that later.
Why the Titanic?
Why not?
It's like, oh, we stopped doing the Egyptian theme, so now we're going to bring a boat in. Which, I mean, obviously that boat is history, but like, why?
I don't know, honestly. They also had an exhibit called Bodies, where they display preserved and dissected human bodies. A little more on that later, too, I guess.
Okay.
So, oh my god, it closed out. Oh. Thought I closed it out again. Do you have any questions so far?
No, I mean, everything's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Hotel, pyramid, in the desert, bright light, shoots up, Sphinx, cannot do lights anymore because of the airport.
That was just like history of the hotel.
Okay.
So now for the ghost stuff.
Okay.
Paranormal stuff. Yes. I said it was haunted.
Favorite part.
This is considered the most haunted hotel in Vegas.
I'm trying to play it up for the camera.
We're
recording on camera.
Don't pick your nose. Okay, the land where the hotel was built may have already had its history associated with it. The area was a pretty remote desert area, so it's believed that before the area was developed for casinos and hotels, the mob actually had its history between the 40s and the 80s. So, this area is believed to have been a mobster victim cemetery where victims could be disposed of outside of city limits, but this has been disputed because the mob purposely avoided its dirty work so close to Las Vegas. The apparition of a man in a striped brown old-fashioned suit is believed to have been one of these victims. He's been seen walking around the halls of the upper level floors and walks with purpose. Or people that have seen him describe that he walks with like he got somewhere to go.
I wonder where he's going. That's literally what I was gonna say. Like, what's he in a hurry for? He's dead.
Or maybe he doesn't know.
That is true.
So his appearance is usually followed with the smell of tobacco, cigarettes, and body odor. Those that claim to have seen him say that he will walk right through you if you don't move out of his way. Intense cold spots are felt throughout the hotel, but especially after this apparition.
He needs to put some deodorant on.
Yeah. So burying people in the desert wasn't something that the mob invented, though, and there have been bodies found in the area that predate mobster activity. So there may be several bodies buried in the area in unmarked graves.
Yikes.
Which kind of adds to the whole, like
the mysticism, like the hauntedness, like the death.
Yeah.
The bad energy.
Yes. So with such a quick turnaround to build the actual hotel, it's believed that the company may have allegedly cut corners to meet their deadline.
And that's what I was thinking when you said 18 months.
I intentionally kind of put a little more emphasis on that.
Yeah.
And from this, there were alleged accidents.
Okay.
Due to the slope of the pyramid, special elevators had to be installed to follow the hotel's 39-degree incline, and they malfunctioned a lot during construction. Very few official records, like newspapers from 1992, reported these types of accidents during the construction, but there were 2 confirmed deaths caused by accidents. Although they are rare, accidents in construction sites are bound to happen. The first occasion was on the 4th of September 1992, as workers were pouring concrete. A support beam that was supporting them broke. 5 men were injured and 1 man died. The second occasion was on the 14th of December 1992, as workers were again pouring concrete. The machinery hit a worker and crushed his chest, killing him. Several people that worked in the hotel have claimed that there were several more deaths, almost as high as 7, but that they were allegedly kept quiet to preserve the hotel's reputation.
I was just gonna say that, there probably wasn't a lot of news stories in 1992 because they were being paid off to not publicize them.
Those 2 that I mentioned that they actually had newspaper stories about them, those are the only 2 confirmed. Anything after that, because there were people that would that knew that as they were installing the elevators that they malfunctioned a lot and they would break or fall. So, and that happened a lot. Within 18 months, accidents are bound to happen.
Yeah.
Allegedly, the dark tunnels that were to become the Nile River ride was where the spirits of these men now reside. Where the spirits of these men now reside.
Mm-hmm.
This ride didn't have much light to begin with, and there were smoke machines to add to the effect of traveling to these Egyptian artifacts. So before the ride closed, several visitors claimed to have allegedly seen humanoid shadows, sometimes in construction gear, watching them from corners or down dark hallways. Allegedly, these reported sightings were part of a reason why the Nile River ride was closed, because there were so many people telling the hotel, hey, there's a man down there.
Ooh.
Which is really scary. In room 300018, 38,300.
Why is that room? Why is that?
There's a lot of rooms.
I was gonna say.
I think it's based on floor, so this might be at the very top of the hotel.
Okay.
So in this room, a pair of visitors in 2021 reported that they were awoken to the sound of loud rattling every morning at 8:30 a.m. every day.
Expensive ass hotel and a lot of noise.
The visitor mentioned that the sound was coming from the bar of soap in the soap dish in the bathroom, and that it was so loud that they were unable to sleep through it.
The bar of soap.
The bar of soap. That's a loud soap.
It was that the ghost trying to wash off the stench of body oil.
That is a possibility.
He
yes.
Can't pick it up. He's dead.
He's been just picking it up the whole time.
Yeah.
At 8:30. So some people have speculated that there may be a poltergeist in this room, but this was literally the only reference to someone claiming that they witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
All other sources claim the same thing. Every source that I found has shared this apparition or this poltergeist, but all of them originate from this one TripAdvisor review.
Oh.
No one else has been able to experience it.
Okay.
So, and because it was 8:30, it seems it's possible it was someone in the other room staying the same amount of days as this couple, and they just so happened to be getting up at that time. I don't know. That's just my speculation. I don't know. So one of the most well-known apparitions in the hotel is that of the Deadly Blonde. This is a name that the staff have given the spirit. Over the years, several guests have woken up to see a blonde woman looking down at them, and as they notice her, they feel the sensation of hands wrap around their neck. As soon as they start struggling, the woman and that sensation disappear. Other times, people have awoken gasping for air and with heart palpitations, and they have claimed to have the same dream of a blonde woman wrapping her hands around their necks. These are all people that have no relation to each other, all on separate floors, and none of them have been aware of other guests' complaints of the blonde woman. Many have theories that this woman is the spirit of a woman that was strangled to death in the hotel in 1997. And I'll provide more information on that.
Okay.
But that's just speculation, okay? Like, nobody knows exactly what it is, but so many people have reported this, like, so many people that don't even know that other people have reported this. They go to the hotel and they experience it. They complain to the like guest services, and they're like, "Oh, that happens," which is crazy. Like, imagine like going to a hotel, going to a hotel and complaining about something. And they're like, "Yeah, that's normal."
It's the ghost.
Oh, it's the ghost.
No, I'd ask for my money back.
So, other than those most well-known entities, there are several other unexplained phenomena that could be linked to ghosts. For example, some guests have reported hard knocking on their doors in the middle of the night, and when they go to open the door, no one is there. If they complain to guest services and the security footage is reviewed, there is no one there. Guests have reported the sensation of being pushed as they're walking in the hotel halls to their rooms, specifically if they're walking by the railing. Some have reported seeing shadow figures out of the corners of their eyes, but when they turn to look, nothing is there. And I forgot to mention about the inside of it, like, the hotel rooms open up to the inside of the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you go up the escalator, or up the elevator, or inclinator, or whatever, and you get off in your room. If you look to the railing, it's like the inside of the hotel. So you can look up and it's just like the pyramid.
Yeah. You say like you're inside the pyramid.
Yeah. Well, you can't be outside.
I mean, you could. But you'd slide down.
But that'd be crazy. Okay, the Titanic exhibit.
Okay, so why was it there?
I don't know. That's not what we're here to answer.
Okay.
So going back to the Titanic exhibit, it opened in 2008. The exhibit is made up of pieces of the ship that were salvaged from the bottom of the ocean, and several personal objects that belonged to victims on the ship. A large section of the starboard hull of the Titanic, called the Big Piece, can be found here. It is the largest piece of the wreck, weighing 15 tons, that has been extracted from the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
And they just so happen to have it in a hotel in Las Vegas. Several ghosts and even staff members have experienced strange phenomena here. Since the exhibit is it's composed of many personal items such as clothing, jewelry, and glasses, it's believed that their original owners may have followed their belongings. Staff of the exhibit have heard their names being called, usually late at night near closing time. They've heard giggling, they've felt their hair and clothing being pulled. Some have reported hearing the sound of classical piano music when no music is being played, and some have witnessed small objects like pens being thrown across the room at unsuspecting visitors. Staff and guests have witnessed a woman in a black dress and a white collar at the top of the replica of the grand staircase before she vanishes. The sound of heels on these stairs have also been heard as well. And when I describe it, it's like a woman in a black dress and like those white collars that they used to wear like in the early 1900s. So it's like the big, like, puffy ones. So, the exhibit also has a replica of the promenade deck of the Titanic, where guests have reported seeing the spirit of Frederick Fleet, who was one of the Titanic's 6 lookouts. He was actually the lookout who spotted the iceberg that would sink the Titanic. The strange part of this is that he never died on the ship. He actually took his own life in Southampton, England in 1965.
Damn, that's sad.
But he's still spotted in this exhibit late at night. And I'm sorry, I don't want to seem disrespectful, but like, I wouldn't know who that is. I guess if you're like a big fan of the Titanic, I get it. But like, if I'm like walking in this exhibit and I see like a guy in like clothes that may not be fitting for the era, I'm not gonna be like, yo, dude, is that Frederick Fleet? But I guess like,
there have to be like historians or like people that are more familiar with who was on the ship, what they look like, their pictures, their belongings, things like that.
I guess if like you are interested in like Titanic stuff, like I get that you may know that information, but for me,
Mhm.
because my only point of reference is literally the movie. Like, if I see Kate Winslet, I'll be like, oh my god, the Titanic. She was there.
I was gonna say, isn't it Kate Blanchett? No, it's Kate Winslet.
She was there too.
Yeah.
So the exhibit also houses a portrait recovered from the ship of Bruce Ismay. He's the founder and director of the White Star Line, so it was the navigation company that owned the Titanic. He actually didn't die on the Titanic, and instead escaped on a boat with women and children, so many refer to him as the coward of the Titanic. And that's because, like, back in back in the day, I don't know if it's still relevant, I don't know about, like, ship culture, but you were like, if your ship sank, you were supposed to go with your ship.
The captain.
Not always the captain. I mean, he was he was the owner of the company. I don't know. I do know that the captain of the Titanic did go down with the ship too.
Yeah, it's typically the captain of the Titanic goes down with the ship. Women and children get on the lifeboats 1st.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If there's any space left over, men can get on as well.
Yeah.
That's typically how it worked, I think.
So this portrait of him is actually believed to be haunted.
Okay.
Shortly after receiving this portrait, staff arrived to work one morning to find the portrait on the ground. After reviewing the footage, for like the security footage,
Mm-hmm.
they witnessed it slide down the wall.
Yikes.
Slide down the wall, turn on its side, and then gently fall to the floor. Although this was caught on camera, none of the motion sensors went off that night, when at other times, these motion sensors have gone off when there's literally no one around. And the strange thing is, like, the outside of it is made of glass.
Mm-hmm.
If it had fallen, it would have fractured.
Yeah.
Some people, I forgot to write this down, but some people have also witnessed that portrait shaking. Like, by itself.
Like the soap?
Like the soap. Yeah. This is a little more a serious topic of the deaths and the murders of the hotel.
Okay.
The hotel's first death was recorded in 1996, like shortly after it had opened.
Yeah.
This is when a woman fell to her death into the inner atrium from the 26th floor.
Yikes.
She was seen seated over the railing, dangling her feet over the railing before she threw herself, landing in what is now the food court. I think there were people kind of asking her, like, hey, don't do it, don't, like, trying to persuade her, like, just dissuade her to not jump, but she ignored them. The identity of this woman is actually not known to this day. Nobody knows who she is. She has never shown up in any fingerprint database or dental records. Her death has sparked conspiracy theories as to who she was. Some believing she was an escort or somehow tied to human trafficking, like a human trafficking conspiracy in the hotel.
Okay.
Another theory believes that she was intentionally pushed over the railing. On the 14th of October 1997, the body of 16-year-old Sarah Gruber was found in a hotel room registered under Michael Hathaway, a 30-year-old man. She was 16. I would like to reiterate that. Sarah had previously been arrested several times in Las Vegas for prostitution-related charges and had met Michael at the bar in the Luxor 2 days earlier.
Okay.
Autopsy had confirmed that the cause of death was asphyxiation by strangulation.
That is so sad.
Michael was arrested the following day as a person of interest and was charged for the teenager's murder the day after. In court, he pleaded guilty for murder. So, kind of referring to the deadly blonde that I mentioned, due to the way that she died, her spirit is believed to be the ghost of the deadly blonde that is now seen throughout the hotel.
Oh, that makes sense.
And based on the way that, like, and this was literally on the news, like, her
Yeah.
autopsy results were public information that she was strangled.
So based on the way she died, people think that she keeps doing that to other people.
Yes. At 4 a.m. on the 7th of May 2007, two employees at the food court at the Luxor Hotel, 24-year-old Wilibaldo Dorantes Antonio and his girlfriend, 28-year-old Karen Chali, were walking to their car after their shift. A 24-ounce styrofoam coffee cup was left on top of Wilibaldo's car. He went to remove the cup from his car, which triggered the motion-activated pipe bomb inside the cup.
There was a pipe bomb in the cup?
Shards of metal
Whoa.
exploded and one piece struck him in the head and killed him. Galen was near the car too, but she was uninjured. After an investigation, it was found that Omar Rueda Denvers, Garen's ex-boyfriend orchestrated the attack out of jealousy, and he wrapped in his friend Porfirio Duarte Herrera, who created the bomb. Both men were found guilty of first-degree murder, attempted murder, and bomb possession charges. They were spared the death penalty, but instead received several life sentences without parole. Which is crazy, because I don't think after that bomb went off, no one in the hotel was affected. It was just one of those things that happened on the property. Like, they didn't shut down, they didn't, like, put, like, a shelter in place. Like, no, I'm saying, like, the hotel, like, security didn't do anything, really.
Yeah, like, it just happened in the parking lot. It was, like, business as usual.
Yep. No shelter in place, there was no, like, lockdown or anything, so... So on the 19th of June, 2010, Demario Reynolds, a former University of Nevada, Las Vegas football player, was staying at the hotel. He was kind of like a high-profile player at the time, especially because like he was like a former football player.
Yeah.
He was with his fiance and some friends at the hotel when they witnessed one of his friends, Jason Sindelar, an MMA fighter, argue with his girlfriend, grab her by the throat, and slap her in the hotel room bathroom. According to several witnesses that were there, Demario quickly grabbed Jason and pulled him down to the floor to prevent him from hitting his girlfriend. Demario specifically said he didn't want to fight him and he tried to calm him down. After Demario let him go, he went into the master bedroom and Jason followed him where he began hitting him in the head and the chest. According to witnesses, Demario was in a defensive position before someone called hotel security and took him to Desert Springs Hotel Medical Center, where he was later pronounced dead.
Hospital Medical Center.
What did I say?
Hotel.
Oh, sorry. Desert Springs Hospital Medical Center.
Yeah.
Jason claimed that no physical altercation occurred between the two men, but he had several visible injuries all over his face and body. Jason was arrested, potentially facing a second-degree murder charge, but released shortly after while prosecutors waited for an autopsy result.
Yeah.
The coroner completed the autopsy a few days later and ruled the cause of death as an overdose from a combination of cocaine, ecstasy, and alcohol. He also noted a heart arrhythmia from a physical altercation that may have caused the death, but he didn't give a solid answer other than the overdose. Because of this, the charges against Jason were dropped and the death was ruled accidental.
There's a lot that happened there.
Yeah. In 2012, two airmen from the Nellis Air Force Base staying at the hotel began fighting on the first floor. One of the airmen pushed the other towards the diagonal elevators that the Luxor Hotel called inclinators. Is that right? Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Inclinators? It's like incline-ators. Okay.
Incline haters.
Inclinators. Inclinators.
It's inclinators.
Inclinators, okay. The inclinator doors were shut at the time, but as soon as the airman was pushed towards them, the doors opened up for no reason. And the airman plummeted 25 feet into the empty inclinator shaft.
Are you serious?
He was in a critical condition and was taken to the hotel. No news reports have reported his definite condition after this, even though some have claimed he had died. But nobody knows.
There's no definite answer.
Yeah, whether or not he died is not known, and the cause of the inclinator doors opening unexpectedly have never been determined. And the thing is like he literally pushed him as he got as he was like falling, the doors opened and he fell. They don't know why the doors opened by themselves because there was no elevator there.
Jeez. So like another malfunction or like...
It was like perfect timing too. Many people that have worked not only at the Luxor but at any hotel and casino on the Vegas Strip claim that a lot of people go to Vegas to end their lives. EMTs are frequently showing up at the hotels to take bodies out, and police officers working for Metro PD claim that they allegedly see dead bodies almost daily. Many of these deaths are kept out of the news cycles in order to not affect the reputation of the businesses, but it is a well-known occurrence in the area.
Well, it's like, how many times have we heard of people talking about, don't go to Vegas, Vegas is cursed. The energy in Vegas, like, that is hell on earth. Like, there are demons there. You're gonna get attached. Like, they make you do things. They make you gamble. They make you complete suicide. They make you cheat on your, like, spouses or whatever. It's like, there's a lot of, like, mediums that talk about not going to Las Vegas for
Yeah.
this specific reason. Like the energy there is just bad.
That there might just be like a bad energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was a thread about it on Reddit, talking specifically about how there's so much death at these hotels that not many people like talk about or address. But they were saying like, well, if you're like not in a good mental headspace, you think like maybe a vacation is gonna help, but when it doesn't, it's like you feel like you're out of options, which is like a really sad reality, because it's like, I guess it happens almost daily for them.
Yeah.
So
I also think like if you don't gamble and you don't drink, I don't think Vegas is going to be very fun for you. So I think like a lot of people hype it up to like, oh, let's go to Vegas. But it's like when you get there, you're like, what do? I don't like to drink and I don't like to gamble.
that's true.
Not saying that that's why people would end their lives, but I'm just saying that that's also something that we have to think about, that like maybe Vegas is not the ideal place to go on vacation, especially if you have kids or if you're not into those other things.
Like, or even if you're like not in a good mental health state, maybe those things are not like a good alternative.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where I was going with that.
no, I mean it makes sense, and actually, that now that you mention it, September is Suicide Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a good segue to like
Good
add that
segue.
in. Make sure that you check on people. Make sure that that everything's okay. Like even some people, even though they look like they're fine, are not fine, and it's like medication is not. Just because you're on medication doesn't mean that there's anything like broken or wrong with you, because there's a stigma about taking medication for mental health, and it's like, you know, like we've said it before, your brain is just an organ and can get sick just like any of the other organs in your body. So we need to make sure we're taking care of our mental health.
yeah.
And so there's a national suicide hotline that you can actually call or text at 988. So it's 988.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to segue from that type of topic, but it is important to address. So
Okay.
I thought it was important to address then and there. So as for the alleged curse of this hotel, so with everything that has happened at this hotel, it has led many people to believe that it is cursed. Some believe that the area potentially became a dumping ground for the mob. For it becoming that is actually what initiated like a cursing the land. With the hotel being modeled after the pyramids of Giza, which is an actual tomb, some believe that it has brought bad luck to the hotel and the casino.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I'm gonna address. I feel like I've been looking over here. So, it's also speculated that the inaccuracies in the manufactured Egyptian artifacts may have upset ancient gods. Along with that, in ancient Egyptian mythology, sphinxes are placed at entrances to guard against bad luck or bad energy, but they usually come in pairs. So if you enter like a temple or anything, usually there was 2 entrances to the temples, and they come in pairs again, so you'll have 2 at one entrance and 2 at the other. If they are placed in the entrances, one has to face east while the other has to face west. Or east, west, yeah. In the case of the Sphinx at the Luxor, there is only one facing east, so any bad energy isn't shielded from the west. So that's what people think. Maybe there's bad energy coming at it from that direction. Along with that, the location of the hotel is also allegedly a cause for the deaths and murders at the hotel. Ancient Egyptian mythology says that pyramids should always be built on the west side of the Nile River, associating with the realm of the dead in Egyptian mythology, because it's a literal tomb.
Mm-hmm.
In the case of the Luxor, it has been built on the east side of the Las Vegas Strip, so some claim that it doesn't follow the guidelines of pyramid making. Another alleged cause for this curse is the replica of King Tutankhamun's tomb. Sorry. You say it.
Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun.
I'm probably saying it wrong too, so it's whatever. One of our primos will correct us.
How do you say this?
Can you read this for me?
Can you read this? So the actual tomb. Sorry, are you familiar with the curse? Curse?
King Tut's curse?
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, let me pick it up.
Stop!
Like, I got your notes pulled up. Let me just pick it up.
So the actual tomb's discovery was on the 4th of November 1992 in the Valley of the Kings near Thebes, modern-day Luxor. The discovery was actually the basis for the Curse of the Pharaohs, which claims that anybody, regardless if it's grave robbers or archaeologists, that opens a tomb, especially those of pharaohs, will suffer a curse.
Return the slab or suffer my curse.
Exactly that. Exactly.
That was for anybody that doesn't know, that was the episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes. Sorry, I already said that. The same evening of the discovery, Howard Carter, the British archaeologist who led the discovery and opening the tomb, was having dinner when he heard a lot of noise coming from the other room.
What he heard?
He ran over and finds a large king cobra inside his pet canary's cage. He wasn't able to save the canary. The people that he was having dinner with didn't hesitate to mention that the king cobra is a symbol of the ancient Egyptian monarchy, and that it may have been a warning from the gods to not open the tomb.
Ooh.
So they found it on that day, but they hadn't opened it. Because they found the entrance, but you have to also continue into the different chambers to find the actual tomb. And even then, I think after the tomb was open, they had 9 different layers to go through. So this didn't dissuade him, because so much money had already been spent in finding this tomb. On the 23rd of November that same year, George Edward Stanhope Molyneux Herbert, known as Lord Carnarvon.
That's a long ass name.
Yeah, and he was a lord, so it's
You have to say all the names.
Yeah, Lord Carnarvon. Carnarvon, who financed he financed most of the expedition to find the tomb. He went to the excavation site to be there for the opening of the burial chamber. It's believed that sometime while still in Egypt, he was bitten by a mosquito on his cheek. He later cut the mosquito bite on accident while shaving, and that reopened the wound and led to an infection, resulting in blood poisoning. The infection developed into sepsis, which weakened his immune system, and then he developed pneumonia on the 5th of April. And on the 5th of April 1923, Lord Carnarvon died from complications of that.
Ooh.
So by this time, rumors started circulating that translators of the hieroglyphs around the tomb had been translated to describe that dire punishment would follow anyone that disturbs the tomb. Another version of this that I read was that it said, "Death will come on swift wings for those that open this tomb." Like a mosquito. Archaeologists were working on removing the bandaging around King Tut, and when his face was finally exposed for the first time in nearly 3,000 years, they noticed a small lesion on his cheek. Allegedly, this is the exact same spot where Lord Carnarvon had been stung by a mosquito. Another wealthy financier who entered King Tut's tomb... Sorry, I forgot to mention. Are you familiar with how King Tut died?
I don't think so.
So, allegedly, he was stung by a mosquito on his cheek that gave him malaria. Because of the malaria, it weakened his immune system, and then he fractured his leg, and it developed gangrene.
I do remember
And he
that.
died from
That's
that.
right.
So, it was just an ominous way that Lord Carnarvon actually passed away from
a very similar
mosquito
way.
bite, and then developed into something worse.
Yeah.
So very similar. Another wealthy financier who entered King Tut's tomb was George J. Gold, and shortly after he traveled to the French Riviera. On 19th of May 1923, he died from complications from pneumonia. Again, another person from pneumonia.
Yeah.
There are actually so many deaths associated with this discovery that of the 58 people present at the opening of the tomb, within 8 years, 10 of them had died. So it's possible that the curse may have been blown out of proportion to sell this idea, because at the time Egyptian tombs and mummies were so popular.
Yeah, they would eat them.
Especially among the British and the Americans.
The British would eat them.
However, this doesn't explain the strange coincidences. There are several people that passed away from this that have died under weird circumstances. Not any freak accidents or anything like that, but one guy allegedly someone gave him like a mummified hand that had an inscription on the wrist that said like, anyone who disturbs this will suffer fire, water, and plague or something like that.
Yeah.
And the guy allegedly that had it at his house burned down to the ground. When they rebuilt it, it flooded.
Okay.
So
Plague?
I don't know.
Okay, I was gonna say there was a plague afterwards. He had an infestation
Maybe he
of mice.
died. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
So, and allegedly that's why people think that it was that the Luxor Hotel is haunted, because of all
of the Egyptian
stuff.
Connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
But do you think this place is haunted or cursed? Let us know. Let us know what you think.
Number one.
What?
I don't know if you saw that episode of Mythbusters, but they created like a little pyramid made out of wooden dowels or like metal or something, and they put fruit in it to see if it would rot. And I think the fruit under that took longer to rot than the fruit on, like, fruits from the same batch on like just like a plate, like out of it. Meaning, I think the shape of a pyramid conducts energy.
Okay.
And then depending on the materials, you've got glass, you've got metal. So maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's something to this building that kind of like charges or anything like that. And then added
or like
to it.
collects energy.
Yeah, and then added to it, it's like the energy of Las Vegas, how people say there's like demons and stuff like that. We talked about it before.
Yeah.
It's like there's so many things going on. Like maybe it's cursed.
That reminds me.
It's the energy.
Yeah, that reminds me of the last discussion that we had like a few episodes ago about how people go to church to leave their demons or like leave this negative energy.
Yeah.
It may be possible for the same thing that like we were mentioning earlier, that people go to Vegas like in a bad mental health state, expecting to kind of get rid of their demons, and they may end up like leaving them there. So, and with the pyramid, it may be possible that energy is always flowing and just bad energy gets trapped there too. So there were a lot of stuff that were coincidental, like especially how I mentioned earlier that like a lot of EMTs and police officers say that like bad things will happen. Bad things are bound to happen in anywhere there are people. So there are a lot of stuff that I intentionally kind of kept out, one for time purposes, and two because I felt like maybe it was coincidental. There were a lot of like unexplained murders, but it's like unfortunately murders will happen anywhere, not necessarily like within like this type of setting. So
Yeah. Just to fact check myself, I just saw and that there's no scientific evidence that the pyramid shape conducts energy in any mysterious or supernatural way.
we
But
made
this
it up.
actually gained popularity in the 1970s as New Age pseudoscience came in.
Okay.
So, but I believe that episode of Mythbusters, when the fruit lasted longer under the pyramid.
Okay.
So is that the case?
What?
Is that it?
Oh yeah, that was the end.
Okay, so that was good. Thank you. That was very interesting.
I'm interested to know what everyone else kind of thinks,
Yeah.
because I know it was a lot, and I feel like I kind of explained a lot. Oh, also the bodies exhibit. I forgot to kind of mention this because it was like one-off thing.
Yeah.
Allegedly, some people think that the bodies exhibit, the actual bodies are like dissected and they're like preserved, but a lot of them are actually unclaimed bodies from China.
Oh.
So because of that, some people think that maybe because they were like these people were not given like a proper burial after death, that they may be like coming back to this hotel and like giving off like bad energy or like negative energy.
Okay.
So that's also a possibility. I mean, not even like if it's intentional, but it's like something doesn't sit right with me to see like bodies like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that is kind of strange. Like to have them just out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the mummies in Guanajuato, like something like that. Like I'm sure there's bad energy there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so are we ready for the palate cleanser?
Yeah, what do you have?
So we have several primas, primos, and primas that send in their pets.
Oh.
So for example, our cousin Gladys sent us her beautiful dog Midnight, but she actually linked a video from one of her Instagram pages where she does art and she has her dog Midnight on it, so it's super cute.
Do you want to plug her art?
My phone's over there. That's her page.
What? Cute. I know a lot of people ask us, it's like, can we see the pets too?
No, it's just for us.
Just kidding. But you can see this one. Follow Miedosa Club. Sorry, Miedosa Club. I don't know if I said that wrong.
We just plugged her Instagram.
Yeah, just plug in her Instagram.
Yeah. So, another one of our primas, Laura, sent us her dog Nico and Bishop. Both are little white dogs, but they're so cute.
Little white dog.
They call Nico Poo-Poo Head because he poops a lot.
Gagged.
And Bishop is also known as Popsicle because supposedly when he jumps on you, his legs go straight and he stabs you when he's jumping. Like popsicle sticks.
Gotcha.
So we also have
That's
another
good.
prima from Denver that sent us her dogs Juno and Freya. Unfortunately, since she was in our requested messages, it doesn't let you send pictures, and so when I accepted her message, it didn't show me the picture, so I actually went stalking her social media to see her dogs. So thank you.
Do you have?
I do not have it pulled up.
Oh.
My phone is recording.
Okay.
Sorry.
What else do you have?
Next, Gabby sent us her pet squad. So she's got several pets. She sent us a picture of her dog Athena, Stinky, her crusty white dog. She also had Griffith, the bearded dragon, and then she has 5 little frogs, which she calls the Sapito squad.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You showed me those, yeah.
And then she has Celeste, which is a gray tabby, and then Calcifer, the orange cat. And Calcifer looks like he only has one brain cell, just like our little Leo.
We were actually just talking about that, how it's like every time we see like an orange cat, we're like, dude, that's Leo's cousin. Because yeah, they seem to be a little silly.
So next, our prima Noehi sent us her dog Benito, aka Benny. He is such a sweet boy. And she has a cat Raven, who is a princesita that loves to swipe at her when she wants to be fed. So she's going to let you know that she's hungry. Next, Maria K sent us her little cat Poe that was reclined on the couch. He looks so cute, like a little donut on the couch. And then lastly, let's see, our prima Marisol sent us her beautiful little crusty white dog named Hershey. And she was very cute. So thank you guys for sending us your pets.
What else? What do you have? Do you have anything?
I wrote down actually what you had.
Oh, you don't have to
put it on here. So
I can.
I want to talk about it.
You're gonna like ask me and have me explain what they meant?
So you said Andres was an actor in middle school.
Okay.
What's up with this? What's the backstory?
Okay, so we were driving somewhere, and Andres said, we were listening to Smosh Mouth about monologues, and I told him, what is a monologue? Because I know like dialogue, like die means one or two, and log means like talk or something. So it's like a dialogue is just like two people talking. But it's like monologue, that's like you're just talking to yourself.
Yeah.
And he's like, he gave me an example of it, and I was like, what the hell? And he's like, yeah, we had to do it in drama in middle school. I'm like, dude, you were an actor?
You were so shook. And you were shook at my monologue. You were like, you're good.
I was like, whoa. Are you in Broadway?
I'm an actor.
I was like, dude, you never told me you were an actor.
An actor is always ready for their monologue. So
I still don't fully understand what a monologue is, but I'm happy you're having fun.
Me? You mean actors in general?
Yeah, because you're an actor.
Oh, okay. Let me mark that off the list.
You don't want to go into detail about how you were acting as a child?
Oh, I was acting like a teenager. Like, you mean my monologue?
Go ahead, share. So you were an actor, and you were acting in
Drama.
Okay.
And I mean, okay, so what it was is that you had to give two monologues. You had to give a comedy monologue and a serious monologue. Based off of how you did and how the teacher rated you, you would then get put into one of the two plays that we did in class. And the play was one comedy and one tragedy. So that's pretty much what it was for. I always got put in the comedy ones because apparently I wasn't a very serious actor.
The teacher saw you and like, this guy's a clown.
I can't take him seriously.
Gotta get him in there.
I played the character of Farron Fahrenheit.
What play was it?
It was like something about everybody's names were candy. There was Reese's Pieces, which was the baby. There was Babe Ruth. There was somebody else. Everybody's names were candy bars.
Okay.
So,
That's
I don't remember what the serious one was about either. But, I mean, I didn't really continue with the drama thing either. It was just kind of like a blow-off class.
You should have kept it going. Dude, you could have been in Hollywood.
I could have been on Smosh.
You could have been on Smosh.
Could have lived in LA.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm a Chicago girly, sorry.
So next on your list, you said sad beige trend. What was this about?
Okay.
What's the thought process
So
here?
I think we were watching a YouTube video about how this trend was happening about some moms decorate their house just in like this beige color, and they don't buy anything for their children in like a bright color.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like a model home.
So it literally looks like sad, and people have started calling it like the sad beige trend.
Yeah.
And you see it a lot on like TikTok or Instagram of the people that like they make their entire house just this one solid color, or like a very like off-white.
Millennial gray was another one.
Oh yeah, that was like another one.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I feel like when you, personally, for me, and if your house looks like this, I don't mean to offend you, but like, to me, they don't look like they have a personality. Like, for me.
That's true.
And it's like my personality, I would have like different colored things, and like, I'm more of a maximalist rather than a minimalist when it comes to decorating.
See, I'm kind of in the middle because it's like I don't want to make it seem like there's a lot going on, like, but I want it to look lived in, and I would prefer like a little pops of color. Like I like little pops of color. Like I want to see like a katana up on the wall. Like I want to see. I want to see your grandpa's gun on top of the fireplace.
From 1943.
From 1943.
Jesus.
You know, I want like those little pops of color,
or history, or
a
just
crazy
something...
lamp. Like I want like a bright pink lamp next to like a beige couch, like something like that. Where I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like the sad beige trend just makes me feel cold.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel comfortable.
I think people associate it with like cleanliness.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people do it. So it's like, especially with kids, like kids are gonna get dirty. Sorry.
Yeah. I also like, now that we're talking about it, I've seen where people are like, they kind of equate the sad beige trend of the millennial gray to like Scandinavian style. But there are people that have been in the videos that are Scandinavian that are like, this is not how we decorate our houses. Like, you guys have glorified us and like have modeled after something that we don't even do either.
Yeah.
So.
And then they show like their house and it looks like literal IKEA. Like even like IKEA doesn't look like that.
Like true IKEA.
Yeah.
So okay, that was cool. You put Ernest, the myth of Gen Z and the Red Wave.
Okay, so big shout out to Ernest, by the way, that messaged us about this. At the previous episode, we mentioned about how
again we're generalizing.
Yeah, we generalize, and he checked this real quick, and we appreciate that. We don't mind being corrected because sometimes I just be talking. But he reached out to us after we generalized and said that like Gen Z are becoming more conservative than like their parents or like older generations. So he reached out to us and provided us an article by The Atlantic, I want to say, about, and there was a paywall, but from what I could read, I did look into it a little after that with different sources, that the idea of Gen Z being more conservative is not a real trend, that it was like something made up by the media. But
Or-
in theory, they are more like they're more progressive than other generations.
Uh-huh.
It was just this one-off like 2024 election that for some reason it was like a one-off thing.
I think that's what I remember him saying, that like something about like what they compared it to skewed the results
Yeah.
in their favor, and so they ran with it. They took it and ran with it. So, well, thank you so much, Ernest, for sending that in and checking us the out. Wow, that sounded weird. For checking us, shoulder checking us in the jaw. Okay, next one I guess I would like to, you already mentioned Virgo season and Pozole season. What is this about Twilight / Jacob falling in love with the baby? You didn't write it that way, first of all. You wrote Twilight, Jacob falling in love with a baby.
Because sometimes I'm in a hurry.
What is going
Sometimes
on
I'm in a
here? So
hurry.
I need to know what's going on.
Okay, so we were talking about, we're in book clubs now, Andres and I, and
We're
talk
adults in
about
book clubs.
Yeah, we know how to read.
No, I only do audiobooks because I don't know how to read.
Yeah, someone has to tell me this story. But we were talking about how some authors specifically go out of their way to try to give like a happy ending for everyone. Specifically with like Edward and Jacob. Sorry to anyone that doesn't like Twilight, by the way. Like, we're over here like, yeah, Edward and Jacob. Like,
we talk about Twilight a lot on this podcast.
Do we?
I feel like there are a lot of episodes where we mention it. We love to hate it.
No,
It's
we watch it. It's like
it's entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the portrayal was so accurate. So many people put down Kristen Stewart saying like she was a terrible actress. I'm like, actually,
that was just the character in that movie.
the character was written that way.
Because Stephanie Meyer is boring.
But what I was gonna say is that like some writers will like go out of their way to get like write something crazy just to get like a happy ending or like a good ending for somebody.
Or a good resolution for a character.
Yeah, like she wrote that Edward ended up with Bella. Is that her name? That doesn't sound right.
Renesmee.
Edward.
Oh yeah. Bella
ended up with Bella. Edward ended up with Bella. So it's like she's like, damn, what do I do
That's
with
the main character? She's gone. She's taken.
What do I do with Jacob? And she's like, what if she has a baby?
And he imprints
on her. Like, no, guys, he's not creepy. They're actually soulmates.
And then just so like he wouldn't be too old, they make her grow twice, like
literally.
twice as fast.
Like, okay, that doesn't change the fact that she's like 3 days old. I don't care if she's like 5'7" now.
And that creepy like weird doll baby that's melting now. That's Renesmee. Oh god.
She could have literally not done that. Hey Stephanie, here's a better.
This is for you.
This is for you. But she could have literally had him literally just like get married with someone in Bella's like graduating class. Something.
Yeah. Susie. That was not her name.
I
was gonna say Susie Crabgrass.
What? What is that?
She played Selena in the Netflix show. Kristen Serratos, I think is what her name is. But she was Susie Crabgrass in Ned's Declassified. So I was like, Susie Crabgrass, but that was not her name in the movie.
He could have just married her.
Yeah, he could have just married her. Well, then that's all we got for you guys today.
Before we end it, I did want to like address that like everything going on in the country. We just hope that everyone is being safe and informed. It's really annoying seeing a lot of people, especially because we are living in the Chicagoland area. There are so many people that were like, yeah, send in the National Guard. We don't care. We have nothing to hide. And it's like, yeah, because it won't affect you. Like these people are not targeting. Sorry, but they're not really targeting white people. They're attacking literally anyone that isn't white. So it's really annoying when people seem very callous to what's happening. when they're like, "Oh, we don't care. We don't care." Yeah, we know you don't care because it's not going to affect you directly. They are harassing Hispanic people or people that are brown, people that are black because TPS has ended for a lot of Haitians. They're now targeting people from East Asian descent that may look East Asian, especially with everything that happened to Korean workers in Georgia. So it's like, it's kind of annoying, and I think people should really check their privilege. Sorry, I just kind of wanted to end it there, and everyone just be informed, be careful, be safe. But yeah.
Thanks for listening. Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Get Spooky Podcast. Also, email us any story suggestions at Get Spooky Podcast. Special thanks to Taylor Turner for the artwork, Kyle Fields for the intro music, and Leonardo for the logo redesign. Don't forget to tell someone you love how much they mean to you. Bye.
Bye. Is it still recording? Oh my god, I think it's still recording. I think it disconnected the Bluetooth.
Ow.